Okay, so I'm having a panic attack right now. About 2 hours ago, I went for a walk early in the morning. It's when I was about 11:16 a.m. This is actually my second panic attack. I just had one earlier and it went away. Now I'm having another one. Since I'm having one, I'm just gonna talk about. I'm gonna try to talk about my symptoms and my sensation. I apologize if I keep closing my eyes and like staring off into space because I'm just. I find it better if I'm talking about the symptoms I'm having while I'm having a panic attack. This. Oh. The symptoms I have, dizziness meaning like you feel off balance when you walk, you feel clumsy, like when you walk in hits the floor. Sometimes I personally, sometimes when I walk, like it's like I can't find the floor. It's like my foot feels like it's like where's it doesn't know where it's going. Like sometimes my right foot will overcross my left, and then I get that little clumsy. When you lose balance and then you just randomly step on your own shoes, then you start doing this. Oh, here's you. Imagine this is me walking. I'll go like this and then like that. Um, Dealing with oh my gosh. Then with the dizziness, it's like you feel like you're walking on the boat. The floor is moving. Everything seems like it's tilting left or right. Like imagine you walking out of nowhere, you see something straight, feels like it's kind of leaning over. Um, Sometimes I feel like when I'm walking, um, I'm drifting towards the left or towards the right. Like I can't walk straight. Because when I feel like my body is tilting, my surroundings tilting, I feel like I'm just leaning over to one side, like I'm being pulled to one side or the other. Sometimes I feel like I'm walking down a hill and I don't even live on a hill. Sometimes my body have like a oh my gosh. I'm sorry guys, I can't talk about the symptoms right now. This is uh, I'm having chest pains too. Oh my god. Oh. I'm gonna talk with my eyes closed because this can't really leave my eyes open at the moment. The the other symptoms I get with the dizziness is when I'm walking, I'm looking at something. Let's say I'm looking at a tree. Sometimes the tree feel like it's zooming in and out. Like if you're watching, if you're like taking a picture and you're trying to zoom in and focus on something, it's like my eyes are like zooming in and out. Get self-adjusting, focusing on like my surroundings. Sometimes I get vertigo. Vertigo is like when you get that spinning sensation. I don't get that too often, but I get that once in a while. It only lasts for like a minute, a couple of seconds. I get headaches. I'm having one right now. Migraine. I get like shooting, stabbing pains all over my head. Tight band around my head. It just feels like someone's squeezing your head. Sometimes it just feels like someone's pounding on your head, or like taking a pen and like randomly jabbing the pen on your head. I get dry mouth. When I get dry mouth, my nauseated, my stomach pain, it increased a lot. I don't know. I get double vision, blurry vision, tunnel vision. Um, double vision is when you see doubles. Blurry vision sometimes, like only some stuff seems blurry, everything else seems clear. Tunnel vision is when things right in front of my face seems clear, but everything on my sides is blurry. Um, I get eye floaters. Those little dots and lines that floats around your eyes, but when you look at them, you try to follow them, they disappear. Um, Earlier when I sneezed, I saw like little flashes of lights, like stars around my vision. They're different from eye floaters. I get upset stomach, nauseated. I have a feel throwing up. So anytime I have that nauseated feeling, my anxiety spikes up. Like right now, I feel like I have to throw up, and it's just making me extremely uncomfortable. Sometimes I can't even say the word throw up. Um, as for my ears, sometimes my ears feels full. Sometimes it feels like there's something in my ears. Like if I'm turning my head, it feels like there's something in my ear. Sometimes it feels like I can hear like with the ringing in the ear. Sometimes I hear a loud buzzing sound. Sometimes I can hear like a knocking sound. Sometimes it feels like there's like a staticky sound in my ears. Sometimes it feels like my ear has pressure. Sometimes it feels full, and sometimes it feels really hot. My throat gets tight. Sometimes it feels like there's a lump in my throat, being choked. I get chest pains. Um throughout my chest, my left, my right side. Sometimes I'm around my armpits. And when I get chest pains, sometimes they transfer from one side to the other, and sometimes they feel like someone is like squeezing me like this on my chest, like there's a lump in my chest somewhere. I get heart palpitation, racing heart, shortness of breath, tightness in the chest. Um, I usually don't get breathing issues, but lately I've been having a hard time catching my breath. I'm not getting enough oxygen in my brain as well. Sometimes my head feels hollow, like there's nothing in there. It's a strange sensation. Sometimes my head feels like it's about to explode. Sometimes it feels like there's fluid in my head. Fluid dripping down my head, down my neck. And sometimes I can feel my head pumping blood, like it's vibrating inside my head. I get chills, like hot flashes, like normally when I get hot it's only around my upper body, like around my chest up to my face. But my lower body doesn't get hot. I get I get confused sometimes when I'm doing something. I ask myself, what am I doing? But I get that detached feeling sometimes when I'm going for a walk. I can be talking to my neighbor. I know my neighbor and everything. I know I'm here, but then out of nowhere I can feel like, well, where did my neighbor come from? When did I start walking next door to my neighbor? Where did he come up from? Why am I walking? When did I go for a walk? That confusion. Um, Sometimes when I'm eating, I'm looking at my food. It doesn't feel like I'm the one eating. If it feels like I'm feeding somebody, or somebody's feeding me. Like when I'm making my videos, I'm looking at myself in the front-facing camera, the screen. I feel like I'm the person in the screen talking to someone else. Like I'm looking at myself from someone else's eyes. If I see myself in the mirror, sometimes it doesn't feel like that's me. It feels like I'm looking at someone else that's looking at me. How like I have a twin. You know when you're doing this in the mirror and it follows, it feels like I'm doing this and someone else is following me. It doesn't feel like it's me looking at myself in the mirror. As for my stomach, like I said, I get nauseated, I get butterflies in my stomach. Sometimes my stomach feels hot, like I'm boiling hot water inside my stomach. I can feel full when I didn't even eat. It feels bloated. I get like gassy and burpy. I get shaky. Sometimes it's only my hands would go like this. This is just me acting like I'm shaking, but sometimes my hands does that. My legs, my kneecaps used to shake real bad, like this, but that hasn't happened for about a year now. But the other half of me still shakes. What else do I get? Memory. Sometimes I forget what I'm trying to say. How I'll repeat what I'm saying. It's like I forgot what I said like 5 minutes ago, but I can remember what I did last week. You know, I have that faint feeling that feel like you're just gonna pass out any minute. You know, I can be laying down. I can feel like I'm gonna faint while I'm laying down. When I'm in the bathroom taking a shower, when I'm brushing my teeth, washing my hands, whatever, I can feel like I'm gonna faint and hit my head, fall forward and hit my head on the counter or something. I get head washes, that like head washing my head. Um, I used to get this nasty metal taste in my mouth. Imagine chewing on foil. That's what it tastes like. I used to get that taste in my mouth. Electric shock sensation throughout my body. It went away for a couple months. Especially during the spring and summer and parts of fall, and then it recently came back. It feels like you've been electrocuted throughout your body, but for myself, I get it around my head. And I mentioned I've been getting like bumps on the back of my head, on the side of my head, and when I get the electric shock sensation, I can feel that jolt on the bump, and you know it's annoying because it wakes me up when I feel that. It's like that electric zap, brain zap, or whatever it's called, but I get it throughout my body. It's just that I get it mainly around my head. And when I left my hair really long, when I get it, every time I get it and I touch my hair will fall off. Other sensations, symptoms, you start having fear and phobias about, you're scared to leave your house, you're scared to be home alone, you're scared about the littlest things, for myself, when I started having panic attacks while I took a shower, stopped I start having fear of taking a shower. I keep thinking, what if I get dizzy in the shower and I pass out or faint? No one would notice. You know. I had a sensitivity to noise, sound. Right now I'm okay with lights and sounds better than I was. When I started having anxiety for a couple months, I would sleep with my headphones on my bed. So as soon as I woke up, I put my headphones on and I'll listen to something calming, just so I can block out as much noise. But it didn't like really work as good because when you pick up anxiety, your sense of smell, your sense of touch, your sense of hearing, everything increased. So I can still hear everything, even with my headphones on. Um, I get like back pains, neck pains, random aches and pains around my body. Sometimes I even wake up with bruise on my legs. I don't know where it come from. Sometimes like well, a lot of times when I can feel anxiety coming, my neck gets really tense. It feels really tense, and it's like I have no. I get a heavy head, the pressure in the back of my head. I get weak jelly legs, like my legs won't support my upper body. Sometimes I don't even feel my legs. Like when I wake up, if my lower body feels so light, it's like I I feel like I'm missing my legs. I get weak arms. Sometimes my arm feels weak, like it can't grip anything. And then sometimes it feels like everything is like my arms feels too heavy, like I can't lift it up. I get itchy sensation all over my body, especially like my head. That's why you always see me like squashing, even though sometimes I can be itchy while I'm taking a shower. I get the itchy and the burning sensation. See, like right now, just talking about it makes me itchy. Um, I get sweaty. Normally my hands and my feet. But it's funny. Well, I wouldn't say funny, but it's strange because you can get hot and sweaty even when it's cold. Um, Sometimes I get like body tremors. It's like inside your body. It's like it shakes. Like I get it for myself. It's in the back of my head. It's mainly my back, and sometimes I get it in my head. It feels like my brain is like my brain is trying to escape my head. It's like doing this, like finding a way out. It's like my body is not even comfortable and it's underneath my skin. It's like it's finding a way to escape, if that makes sense. I have like a lack of focus. Sometimes I can't focus on what I want to focus. I start randomly like right now. It's like if I hear someone talking in the background and I'm trying to watch TV, my mind automatically focus on those people talking and not focusing on the TV. And sometimes I'll focus on like 100 things that I don't want to focus on. I get that impending doom feeling. It's like you feel like this is it. You're not gonna last another day. You're just gonna drop. You're just gonna drop out and pass out and die right now. That's my sleeping habits haven't been that good. You know, um, sometimes I can. Sometimes I sleep when I don't want to sleep. I can fall asleep when I don't want to fall asleep. And when I do want to fall asleep, I can't. Sometimes I can hear my heart pounding in my ears. Even when my heart is not racing, I can hear my heart pumping in my ears. I used to get goosebumps, but I haven't had that for I think about a year now. I did have like restless leg syndrome for maybe 2 or 3 days. I haven't had that for over a year. Restless leg syndrome is like when you're laying down. For me, was when I'm laying down, like one of my legs would just randomly kick. It wouldn't, I couldn't stop. My legs would just randomly want to move on its own. You know. I have the urge to, I think a lot of us that have anxiety will have the urge to one. Sometimes my lower body, like I feel like my legs are moving too fast for my upper body to catch up, and sometimes my upper body feels like it's moving faster than my lower body. I think sometime in 2017, towards like the New Year 2017, one day when I went outside my front yard, I was sitting down. The sun was in my face. I don't know. I had this yellow tint around my right eye, and then I closed my left eye, and I didn't see my left eye. I saw my right eye, and then that yellow hint just followed me. Then when it freaked me out, so I went inside the house, and the yellow tint that I saw was gone. That was the only time it happened. It only lasted for a couple of seconds. What else did I get? Tightness in the chest. Tension all over my body. Sometimes when I'm having a panic attack, my heart isn't racing. Sometimes my heart is just like skipping beats, and sometimes it doesn't skip beats. Sometimes it's not even racing. It's just, which is weird because normally when you have a panic attack, your heart is pounding or you're having like skip beats. Sometimes I don't have it. I don't have both. Sometimes when I'm awake, it feels like I'm dreaming, and when I'm dreaming, it feels like I'm awake. I get sometimes like when I'm touching my face, it feels like my face is either got fatter or got really skinny. Sometimes I feel like I can't. I'm hungry, but I can't eat, and when I'm full, I can't eat. Anyways, I'm still having a little panicky, but that's pretty much it.